My ultimate goal in this world is not yet known, but my sense of urgency continues to grow, much like my expanded farm and the bamboo. And, well, I decided that we needed to expand the perimeter a little bit, so I've built up a little bit of a dock. Now, obviously, we're not expecting large boats, or, well, anybody for that matter, but this is a convenient spot for me to dock my little boats and access the river and waterways quite easily. If I had any more building skills, it would look a whole lot better. But today, we need to go after the shiny blue stuff, the diamonds, because we need to carry on through this world. We need to find that end goal. And quite honestly, I am tired of walking around everywhere. So we're going to start by getting some enchantments, mostly for the pickaxe, to make the most out of the few diamonds that I know of. And then we're going to head out on an adventure. We're going to find some big old caves. And hopefully we can get ourselves fully kitted out with some diamond gear. And, well, all of this is in preparation for a trip to the Nether. I'm going to build up a little bit of let's call it the enchanting shack. It's going to be very much similar to all the other structures I plan on building on this island. Kind of that open savanna type camp look, where it's a roof and some walls that are going to be eventually filled in with something resembling mesh or netting. I quite haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to use yet, so if you have a suggestion, leave a comment down below, and I'd love to hear why you think that's a good option for something that resembles, well, a screen or mosquito netting. Now, I've gone with these basic little camp shacks or huts, mostly for their functionality. They do exactly what I need them to do. They don't take a ton of materials, they aren't difficult to build, and they fit in just about everywhere. So that's the reason for these. The downside is I don't have any lighting other than torches at the moment, so we just have to spam them all over the place. But let's grab the enchantment table itself, grab some bookcases, and, well, do that good old thing of getting some enchantments. No, I have to make it a little nicer. I can't help myself. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I have to do something. Well, not that. Let's make sure they all look the right way. But yeah, let me know. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? Do you like this? I kind of like it. I kind of don't, though. Anyways, let's get that enchantment setup done. I don't think I have enough bookcases at the moment, so we'll just throw what I've got down, and then we'll have to do that whole farming thing, where we tend the crops, get a little bit of wheat, breed up the cows, and then, unfortunately, we end up having to turn them into steak and leather, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because I always feel bad. I'm an animal lover. I really am. So it always kind of pains me to have to empty an entire pen of cattle like this. But it's a game. That's the purpose of these animals in this game. So I'm sorry, cows and sheeps. I need the leather and I need to survive. So we'll go ahead and cook up their remains, craft up all this leather and all the paper that I've been building up, make some books, put them into bookshelves, and then we can finally get ourselves some fortune on a pickaxe. And, well, the other enchantment I'm going to need is obviously Silk Touch. I really enjoy having a good, strong sword and bow. So there's lots of stuff that I'm going to need to enchant, which will need lots of levels. So, again, we're going to have to do a whole lot of farming, a whole lot of building. But in the end, I think we're going to get... Of course, the first thing I get is Silk Touch. I don't need it. I have to say no to it, which is so painful because that's such a powerful enchantment. But hey, we got Fortune 3, Efficiency 4, and Unbreaking. So we're good to head down to the mines. Well, at least the pickaxe is. When I was first looking around for a suitable location for a base, or a base camp in this instance, I found a massive cave network underneath this mountain. So we're just going to create a quick way down in the form of a water elevator there. Not really, just going to toss a bucket, jump down, pick up the water, and away we go. And we're going to just kind of head to the depths. We're going to take all the resources we possibly can and try not to get blown up by creepers. Because that's, probably what's going to happen. But yeah, this is a huge cave. Now I'm going to make a special effort to grab as much coal as possible because my eyes are not very good. And it's dark. So we're going to spam a bunch of torches and grab as many diamonds as we can. Hopefully there's more than just one. No. Okay. Well, at least thanks to fortune, we ended up with two. And I kind of forgot that you can use fortune on copper. So now I have a lot of copper as well. And while I'm down here, I've come across a beautiful mine shaft and a skeleton that seems to be just the perfect sniper. So let's take care of this guy. Yep. Oop, falling in a hole. Uh-oh. Hey, there we go. See, I told you there was going to be a creeper involved somewhere. So I guess now we have to go back. Thankfully, it's just around the corner from this lake, and I know exactly how to get there. Although I did take the water away, so this might be a little bit of a hard landing. And, hey, a slime. Look at that. I was wondering if we were going to find any of those. I seem to be rather forgetful of the fact that there will always be more zombies, so I should have grabbed an extra weapon, because now I have to punch him with a block, and it's going to take forever, and, well, now he's got friends. And if I don't deal with these guys, I'll be, well, ambushed while I'm retrieving my gear. So that's just... come on. Hit him. There we go. I'm finally actually starting to figure out how to click properly. Now, this world between worlds is rather convenient in that it stores my corpses. I'm not sure how it does this. It's super convenient, so I don't really have to worry about rushing back to the scene of my death. So, I got my gear back. We're going to retrieve a couple more diamonds. Come on, couple more. Couple more? No, just one? Oh, well. We've got enough to build ourselves a set of gear, I think. I've got more copper and iron than I will probably need anytime soon. But strangely, I didn't grab very much redstone, because I don't think I'm going to need to use much of it at this stage. But that could all change, because like I said earlier, I still don't actually know what my ultimate goal is. 1 out of 3 is not bad. I'll get better at the water bucket thing, but it's so nice to row back to our house, to be able to pull up to the dock, see everything well lit, safe, secure. Sort of, anyways. But yeah, look at all the goodies we've managed to accumulate. The copper, I've never really used it, so maybe now is a good opportunity. We'll break this all down and smelt it all up, because I think there's a few... oh, wow. Yeah, that's more than I thought there was. So yeah, we'll get that smelting. In the meantime, we're going to build ourselves a beautiful, shiny blue set of armor and get rid of this horribly tattered iron gear. And I don't have enough experience points to enchant any of this at the moment. So that's going to be, I think, pretty high on the priority list, because I love a good bit of protection on my armor. And, well, I don't even have any enchantments on a bow or my sword yet. So I'm going to do everything I can in the meantime to get a few more levels, and we're going to get some enchantments on the sword at the very least. Now, I don't have a mob grinder or anything like that yet, so while I just kind of put away my first set of gear, because I'm one of those. I like to keep it. It's kind of nostalgic. So at this stage for me, with no mob grinder, and the experience for mining kind of got used up by death, I'm just going to farm, breed up some animals, and continue tidying up the little camp here. Because we've got the enchantment hut, we've got the, I was about to say the beautiful bridge. I have started to fix that, but I don't know what materials to use yet. So leave a comment below what you would use on the bridge. And other than that, let's carry on. Much like copper, I haven't used bamboo to build, well, anything. So I figured, here's a perfect opportunity. I need a little structure that's kind of off to the side that's going to need to hide a nether portal. So let's see what we can figure out with just using bamboo. I mean, it's a nice block. There's lots of variations. I am not the greatest of builders, so I'm still learning. So obviously, if you have any constructive criticism or pointers, please let me know. But for now, I'm just going to kind of do what I think looks right. And maybe it'll turn out, maybe it won't. I still can't place blocks properly, though. So that's nothing new. But yeah, I mean, just we've got the stairs, we've got planks, we got blocks. I really like the mosaic. And this is a structure that is going to be kind of hiding in the corner. So if it isn't the nicest, well, so be it. It's meant to hide a really ugly, noisy nether portal. And I've built it as far away from the base as I can while it remains loaded. And I don't know if that's going to make any difference later on, but I do intend on having something resembling a gold farm. And obviously the piglin bartering and stuff like that. But we're just going to give this little hut some details. I think the stairs at the base of pillars and columns just kind of adds a little bit. I don't know if that's an actual thing or if it's just my perception, but that's the point. I'm just doing it. And yeah, I know planks with slabs is kind of blending in the whole wall, but it's better than dirt, right? And, well, here's the centerpiece. The nether portal. That one place that I never, ever want to have to go back to, but I have to every time I start a new world or get sent on a new mission. So I'm at this stage essentially just procrastinating and trying to learn a little bit about detailing and adding accents. I should have used a different color, but hey, it is what it is. So I guess I've waffled enough. The portal's lit. We have gear. We have a mission on the other side. But before I dive headfirst into the land of fire and death, I want to say thank you so very much for coming along on these Minecraft adventures. Be sure to subscribe, click that like button, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite building block is and your least favorite biome. And for me, it's just nether. Anything nether is not what I like, and we're going to dive in next time. Have a good one.